going to tell you 3 constitutional rights your students have while they're attending school. We're wasting time. Hello, Hotties. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ali Mack, and I am currently a 7th grade math teacher. While you're here, please click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from me. There is a saying that originated from a Supreme Court judge named Hotforteaching, and it goes like this. It can hardly be argued that either students or teachers shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gates. So with that quote in mind, I'm going to tell you 3 rights your students have while they are at school. Please stick around until the very end so I can give you the scoop on why I chose to wear my lipstick this way. And I want to tell you a right your students do not have that they might think they have. This is all good information, so let's get into it. The first right I will mention actually inspired this video. Did you know that on June 14, 1943, the Supreme Court ruled that students do not have to stand, salute either or the flag, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. The case that decided this was West Virginia State Board versus Barnett. Basically what was happening, there were some children that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they did not believe they needed to stand for the flag because they felt like God was more important than anything and they shouldn't have to stand for it. So when they did stand for it, they got suspended, and of course one thing led to another, and it ended up at the Supreme Court. They ended up winning. So teachers, if you don't know this, you cannot make your students stand to salute the flag or the pledge. Now listen, I know that some kids will just act like they don't want to stand or they have religious beliefs, but you still can't make them. Just do an Elsa and let it go. The second right I will mention is students have the right to remain silent. So if they say someone finds marijuana on them, whenever the principal or say the on-site police officer starts questioning them, they have a right to remain silent until their attorney gets there, or even just stay silent. So that's a big right. We know this as the 5th Amendment. So students do not have to speak on things that could lead to criminal charges at all. They have that right. The third right I will mention that students have while attending school is they have the right to peacefully protest, and they also have the right of freedom of speech. Now, there are limitations on these. This third right came about with the case Tinker versus Des Moines, happened in 1969. Now, as far as freedom of speech, students are allowed to speak about their political views or religious views while they're at school. Now, they are not allowed to speak of some things. They can't make sexual innuendos. They cannot say things that might result in violence. They cannot disrupt the learning environment. So, they have freedom of speech, they have freedoms, but you gotta be careful. Except in California. Apparently California does not believe this way. Students just have the freedom of speech. Okay, it is that time in the video where I'm gonna share with you a right students do not have. In the case, New Jersey versus TLO, in 1985, it ruled that schools have a right to search students' belongings if they have suspicion that a student is carrying something dangerous to the other students, like a gun or drugs or things like that. So I see parents all the time coming up there, oh, you search their bag, blah, 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 blah. They have a right to. They have a right to search your child's bag if there is reasonable doubt. It is for the safety of all the other children. So a lot of kids might think that they have the right not to get their bag searched, but if you're on school property, you do, because it ends up being a safety issue for the entire school. Now for the last thing I want to talk about. My lipstick. Whoop. Let me get you low so you can see. It is supposed to be a red heart mixed with black lipstick. And I'm doing this as a way to protest from home for the Black Lives Matter movement. All right, that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, informative, or even entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below the judge emoji. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which is tomorrow. Goodbye.